Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Caitlin, your favorite mission girl here, doing a somewhat early morning trailer reaction. It is actually 11:02. I just got home a little bit ago from a quick bike ride to not really a surprise. So just a little while ago, Marvel Studios released the official trailer for Marvel Studios Hawkeye, which will premiere on Disney Plus on November 24th. I originally said September 24th, but I knew that was the wrong date as soon as I said it, so I'm sorry about that. November 24th, Hawkeye will be coming out. And it's not really a surprise to anyone who follows Jeremy Renner on Instagram like I do. He actually posted in his stories last night the announcement that the Hawkeye trailer would be dropping today. And a part of me is like, I don't want to believe him because I feel like Jeremy Renner is kind of a prankster and that he's kind of like Mark Hamill, who Mark Hamill says stuff and then it doesn't happen. But at the same time, there's part of me that goes, I don't think Jeremy Renner would lie about this. So I actually went into this morning saying and last night saying I have like a 80% belief that they would release the Hawkeye trailer. And they did. So I actually did think they were going to release Hawkeye, the trailer, this month because it's September and it comes out in November. So we're only a few months away from this trailer. Speaking of Marvel Studios really quickly, I have to give a huge shout out to Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. I have seen that movie twice. I went and I saw it last Sunday, Labor Day weekend. I saw it opening weekend, and then I went and actually watched it yesterday, the 13th again. The 12th, today's the 13th. I saw it yesterday on the 12th. That movie is hands down amazing. Absolutely loved it. I think it deserves all the hype it's been getting. Simu Lee does an amazing job as Shang-Chi. I love Awkwafina as Katie to the point that my nickname is Katie, and I want to change how I spell my nickname because currently it's K-A-T-I, and I want to spell it to change it to K-A-T-Y because I love the character Katie so much in that movie. Like I said, it definitely is worth all the hype. It is so good. If you're like me and you tend to get a little bit emotional, yes, you will cry. I did tear up. The first time I actually cried a little bit. The second time I did tear up. Marvel did such a good job at humanizing the character in this and the bad guy in this. It was so good. I loved all the acting. I loved all the characters. I think for me, I was really excited because, like I said, I love mainland Chinese dramas, and a lot of the historical and fantasy dramas are very much martial arts dramas, and I love that. So I was really, really excited to see that, and they did it so well, and I'm in love with Morris. That's all I gotta say. So if you haven't yet, please, please, please go check out Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. I actually had somebody ask me on Instagram where I would rank Shang-Chi. Is it top 5? Because he had yet to go see it, and I said for sure top 5. Originally, like my top 3 Marvel movies were actually Endgame, Spider-Man, Far From Home, and then the third one, I think, was Black Widow, simply because I was so excited. I'm sorry to say, as much as I enjoyed Black Widow, as much as I loved it, Shang-Chi blew Black Widow out of the water, practically blew Black Widow out of my top 3, top 5. Shang-Chi is now my top 2nd, almost first Marvel movie from MCU. I actually told this guy, I love Endgame. It's my one of my all-time favorite movies. However, in some aspects, much like Loki, I like Shang-Chi better than Endgame. There are some parts of Endgame that are just so much better. No, some parts of Shang-Chi that just seem so much better than Endgame. So it's very hard. Shang-Chi is like right neck and neck with Endgame for my favorite MCU movie. So I'm super, super, super excited. This makes me even more excited actually to go see Eternals when it comes out in November and Spider-Man No Way Home in December. I also will say it was an interesting experience when I went to go see Shang-Chi opening weekend. There was about 10 to 15 people in the movie theater with me. When I went and I saw it yesterday on the 12th, there was easily between 20 and 30 people in the movie theater on a Sunday at 11:15 in the morning because I went to the first showing. So it's very interesting to see the difference that a week can do. So I'm really excited. Congrats, Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. You guys did amazing and blew it out of the water. So enough about that movie. Let's move on to Hawkeye because I actually do have to be into work in like just over 40 minutes. So I gotta rush through this. So, Hawkeye, this is a teaser trailer. I have my handy-dandy phone that just went off on me. Thank you, Duolingo. I know I have to do Spanish today on top of homework. So here we go. Let's look at what they're saying about Hawkeye, head writer. It's been created by Jonathan Ingla, who is the head writer. It will follow Clint Barton Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, also Hawkeye. It's intended to be the 5th television series and takes place after Endgame, like everything else at this point except for Black Widow. Which I'm thinking maybe that just seems a little weird to me that Black Widow wasn't. It's still a good movie, but now the more I think about it, the more I'm like trying to figure it out. So, it will start November 24th and end on December 29th. So, the premise is following the events of Avengers Endgame, Clint Barton is on the run from enemies he had made during his time as Ronin and also runs into a new archer, Kate Bishop. So Ronin was the persona Clint Barton adopted after the snap, and that's who he is when Black Widow finds him in Endgame. For those of you who are like, who the hell is Ronin? That's who Ronin is. That is like Clint Barton's bad guy character. So we have Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton / Hawkeye, an Avenger, Master Archer, and former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. The series further explores the character's time as Ronin, as first shown in Avengers Endgame. Renner said that meeting Kate Bishop brings an onslaught of problems into Barton's life, as Barton does not understand her obsession with him. And then we have Haley Stanfield as Kate Bishop / Hawkeye, a 22-year-old Hawkeye fan who is Barton's protege and is being trained to take over the mantle of Hawkeye. Steinfeld described Bishop as smart and witty and a badass with physical abilities that are through the roof, while Renner says she has a wonderful, annoying, and equally charming manner about her. So basically, they take a little bit of the Peter Parker, Tony Stark relationship, and I think you'll have the relationship between Clint Barton and Kate. This is so cool because my dad calls me Kate. Vera Faragama as Eleanor Bishop's Kate's mother. Fra Fee as Cassie, Tony Dalton as Jack Dukeson, Barton's early mentor, Zahn McLaren as William Lopez, Maya's father. Oh, I recognize this one. Brian D.R.C. James. I think that's the guy from Michigan. Shrek and Shrek the Musical. Because I know there's a, yes! Oh my god! The guy from Michigan! Brian D.R.C. James! I know him! I have a Christmas song by him called A Michigan Christmas. He was actually born in Saginaw, Michigan, which is like 20 minutes from where I live. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And I just closed out the Wikipedia entry in my excitement. Sorry guys, I got so excited. The guy from Michigan's in a Marvel movie! I'm sure there's been plenty of people from Michigan, but he's famous! Yay! But they don't say who he's playing. Cox as Maya Lopez or Echo, a deaf Native American who can perfectly copy another person's movement. Yes. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I just thought this makes me excited. Florence Pug as Yelena Belova / Black Widow, a highly trained spy and assassin working for Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, hunting Barton for a supposed role in her sister figure Natasha Romanoff's death. Yes! I got so excited. Okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Black Widow, end credit scene is Yelena with Valentina handing her a tablet, so this is the guy responsible for your sister's death, and it's a picture of Barton. I saw that in theaters, I went, oh my god, she's gonna be in Hawkeye! Not out loud, because that would have annoyed people. Florence says that Belova is continuing what she's good at, and despite her sister not being there, she's back working, though her mission to hunt Barton sets up a whole different challenge. They will also have Ben Sakamoto, Ava Russo, and Cad Woodrow as they reprise their respective roles as Barton's children Cooper, Layla, and Nathaniel, while Jolt, a golden retriever, plays Lucky the pizza dog. I think that's a reference to the comics. Anyway, that is the information we have right now for Hawkeye, so let's go ahead and do this trailer. Watch this trailer, not do it. We're going to watch it. I am somewhat excited. I will say that out of all the Marvel TV shows, out of all the MCU series, this one is probably the one I have been the least excited about. I was like over the moon for Loki, really, really excited for WandaVision, and I am pumped for Miss Marvel, which I think has been pushed back till 2022, which makes me really sad because I am excited for that. But this one I can say I haven't honestly been that excited about, but that's because I'm not a big fan of Hawkeye. I like archery. I would love to learn archery, but I haven't been a big fan of Hawkeye. I love Katie and Shang-Chi more, but I'm excited to see this. Let's take a look at it and see what happens in Hawkeye.
This is the first Christmas we've had together.
Aww.
Years.
I love you guys.
Roger's
I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
He's got hearing aids. I just noticed that.
When I
He's
wore
got like a
this
hearing
suit,
aid in.
I made a whole lot of enemies.
You're Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
Oh my gosh! Yay, it's Christmas!
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second. Things have gotten more complicated.
Oh, oh my god!
It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy shit! Ah! There are arrows more dangerous than that
It's just some Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Okay, so maybe I need to rethink my excitement level about this show because it actually looks really good and really funny. Yeah, it actually looks like it will be solid. I think right now the ranking of my show, the MCU shows for me, is Loki's #1, followed by WandaVision, followed by Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was a good show. I really enjoyed it. However, I think the villains could have been fleshed out a little bit more, and I'm not really, and it really, I kind of like, it was a traditional Marvel movie. It was very much like Captain America and stuff, which here's what makes me weird. I'm not a big fan of the Captain America movies other than Civil War. So that's the only one I like, and I like it purely for Tony Stark and Spider-Man and Bucky. So that's like the only, and Sam, that's like the only reason. Like, I am not the biggest Captain America fan. So, I think this will definitely be better than Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like I said, I did enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's not one that I'm like rushing to get back to. But this one I think will be really, really cool. I will say, kind of fun little Easter egg here is Rogers the Musical, because anyone who's a Chris Evans fan knows Chris Evans is a huge musical theater geek. Like all the cast members from Marvel have said that he is like so annoying because he just goes around singing Broadway tunes, and apparently Haley Atwell, the woman who played Captain Carter, went into his dressing room to scare him, and she caught him singing Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid. So I just find this kind of funny, and the fact that Clint took his kids to go see this is like, wow. There's also something, I gotta find it now. I found a really good angle with it. It kind of surprised me because in the Marvel movies to date, when we have seen Hawkeye, in the comics, I think the vast majority of the comics, Hawkeye is deaf. He wears hearing aids. Right here. So in the comics, Hawkeye is deaf. He has hearing aids. In the MCU, I haven't really seen him with like any sort of but then I don't think they've really done up close shots where you can like see that he has a hearing aid or anything like that. So I just assumed in the MCU he wasn't deaf. But now I'm wondering if he is, because if you look at this shot, he obviously has something in his ear. So it's making me think, is he now like partially deaf? Is he deaf in that ear? Is his character changed? Because I do know it was kind of like when I learned that in the comics and I read some of the comics that he was deaf, I'm like, they missed such a great opportunity to make Hawkeye deaf in the MCU. And in a lot of the fan fiction I read, they still have him being deaf. So I'm wondering if they changed it for him to be deaf. So that I'm wondering. I don't know. It is interesting for those of you wondering about Ronan. This is Ronan. This is what Hawkeye's watching, what Clint's watching on the news. This is what he did. He was like a masked vigilante, only not so nice because he would kill people. So maybe kind of going back to his spy days. And then we get introduced to Kate Bishop, which is very funny because she's like, I'm the greatest archer, and she takes down a church tower. So definitely thinking this is going to be kind of similar to Tony Stark and Peter Parker's relationship, only a lot more not so awkward in the beginning, but definitely kind of had that feeling because she is a huge fan. And I'm loving the Christmas setting. This is what I'm loving. That this is going to be so much fun to watch. I might actually binge watch it. Well, I think it ends after Christmas. This might be a New Year's Day binge watch. I love him sitting here. The scene where he's sitting here with all like the cold food stuff on him. I'm like, he's getting old. Like he is just so old. Like, dude, it is past time for you to retire. And okay, there's the dog. I'm still not getting the reference to the dog. And I love this scene where where they're like finding an arrow. No, this is dangerous. Here, use this one, and she shoots it, and the car blows up. And she's like, "There's more dangerous arrows than that." Like, dude, I just blew up a car. So, all in all, I'm actually more excited now for this series than I was. Hawkeye, Marvel Studios Hawkeye will start airing on Disney Plus on November 24th. So if you guys are huge Hawkeye fans, I'm sure you're all looking forward to this. I am now looking forward to this series a little bit more than I was. Like I said, I will have to reserve judgment. Just like I'm trying to do with Marvel's What If, I will say I was pleasantly surprised by how good the zombie episode was. I'm hoping from here on out the What If episodes just get better. So that will be all for me today. It's almost 11:30. I need to log off and get ready for work. I was actually going to go online and do homework, and now I don't have time because I decided to do this instead. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do not know when I will be posting more life updates because I started my second job Saturday, and so every Saturday from now until at least the first or second week in November, I'll be working at the Halloween store from 10 to 4, as well as going to school full-time and working noon to 4 Monday through Friday at my other job. So kind of busy life right now. So tell me what you guys think about Hawkeye down in the description below, and what MCU shows have been your favorite so far. And if you've seen Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings, tell me what you guys thought about it. If you like my videos, make sure you're giving me that thumbs up and clicking the subscribe button and hitting the notification bell so you know first when I post new content. I am sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay healthy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.